Well, welcome to the Witch's Oracle. I had my camera all set up, and then when I hit record, the screen's shrunk in, so sorry about that. I'm doing the I'm doing the first week of December reads for all the zodiacs. So today, hi Aquarius, it's your turn. I started doing this last night. Then my camera decided, we're just going to drain the battery for no reason and then overheat for no reason. So, needless to say, here we are. So, I went ahead and pulled your cards. So, we have Aquarius, which is Uranus and air. So, Aquarius is I know, and you're a star seed. Your number is 11. So, Aquarius, if you didn't know you're a star seed, you are. And you should Google it if you don't know about that. And your planet is a 20. So, we have a 2, which is patience, and 0, which is spirit. And then you're an air sign, which is 2, patience again, and 5, which is change. It could also be, I call it, there's the key word and then there's the trilogy. So the key word is change. The trilogy is change, chaos, and I just forgot the third one. When things are kind of, there's a lot of commotion going on. Let's just say that's not the word I usually use, but for some reason today my brain won't download the information that I need. Okay. You ever have those days? Oh my God, I could not sleep last night at all. So I went to bed, I think about 7 o'clock this morning. And it's 11 and I've been up for over an hour. Yeah. So trying to get that caffeine in me, get my motor pumping here. So with your, so we have, there's your air sign. Oh, I didn't take that off of there. I am batting 1,000 today. There's your air sign. There's your planetary sign. So because you are, we have 20 and we have 25. So you're a 2. So we have 2 and 2. And then 5 and 2 is 7. So we have 2 and 7 are your numbers. Now you have 11, which is your starseed number. So anytime a 1 pops up, that's going to connect. 'Cause you really don't add these together. But if you did, again, it would be 2. But you don't. So they're just 1 and 1, which basically means if you didn't hear me the first time, did you hear me the second time? Kind of deal. It's an important. It means it's very important. So there's your numbers. Now I went ahead and shuffled and to pull your numerology card, but here's what happened. Just to let you know, when I read, I'm just going to translate. I'm not going to interpret it. I'm going to do my reading first, and I'm just going to translate for you. So I'm not putting my own spin on it. I'm not putting what I think, what I feel. I'm just strictly, if it says to say, green, I say green. I don't say, well, I kind of feel it's teal, or it could be blue, or maybe it's, I don't know. At the end, I will give you my opinion on the read, but I want you to use your own information in your own life while you're listening to this, and to adapt it to you however it fits you. It's a general read, so only you're going to know how this works for you. Now, here's what I can tell you. Most readers are going to tell you how wonderful you are and how terrible everybody else is. Well, I don't do that, and here's why. Because that's ridiculous. Because no one sitting there getting a tarot read is the most awesome, perfect person in the world. Everyone else is just the biggest jerk. It's just not how life is. Sometimes they're the asshole. Sometimes we're the asshole. So you have to decide for yourself in this reading. Are you the one causing whatever's happening, good or bad, or are they? So you need to figure that out for yourself. When I mention also love, love is love. That doesn't mean romantic. Love is, you love your dog, you love ice cream, you love your job, you love your brother, you love your mother, you know, you love your siblings. Love is love. You interpret that love in whichever capacity it needs to be in. If it's romantic, then it's romantic. If it's not, then it's not. Most tarot readers always go to romance, 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 romance. And it really drives me crazy because in life, there are more important things sometimes than just who you dating and, you know, this guy or this girl. And, you know, sometimes it's more important and deeper than that. So that's my little disclaimer. So when I pull my numerology cards, this is just, numerology is science, it's fact. If I pull a card and this card says self-love, well, I don't need to interpret or can't even really, because it's right there. It's written on the card, self-love. So Aquarius, self-love. 6 is love. Sorry about glare. 6 is love. And 1 is a new beginning and or an individual. Usually when the number follows, that means it's about you. So self-love. Okay? So, but again, since it's a general read, it's either you or the other person. Someone in this situation is needing to love themselves. They're super hard on themselves. They have very low self-esteem, whether created by themselves or someone created that in them. You're in need of self-love. So we have 6 and 1 is 7. So there's our 7. Okay? And there's our starseed with 11. So there's 1. Next we have effort. So effort is, again, 1, which is either you or another person, or a new beginning, okay, or the beginning of. And so 3, this is creativity. And then we have 1 right here, which is either the person or the start of something. So with 1 and 3, that represents effort. So it's going to take effort to get this self-love back, okay? 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is perseverance. You have to hold on and hang in there. Persevere through it. It's going to take effort to get this self-love. So these are all the cards that came forward. Now this is a lot. There's a lot. I don't generally like to have this many cards coming through. But here's the thing. If that's how many cards come through, then that's how many cards come through. And I have to show you them. So what I did is, since I pulled all these cards, I shuffled just these cards again. And then these 2 here are the ones that pulled up out of all these. So these are the 2 most important that they want you to know for today. And then also, as well, these. So let's run through it. We have 10. So there's your 1 again, backed by spirit. 10 is karmic completion. Okay, so here's your 1, either individual or beginning of something. And then here's your karma. So we have karmic completion. Next we have follow your dreams. We have manifestation and change. There's your 5. There's your 5. And there's your change. So manifestation with change, follow your dreams. Manifestation meaning you have all the tools you need to create what it is that you want. And 5 is change. If you want to follow your dreams, you're going to have to change what you're doing right now. Okay? And whatever you're creating in your life, you're creating karma for yourself. Okay? So just keep that in mind always. Next we have, you need to take a time out. So there's our 3 right here. 3, that's creativity, communication, collaboration. That's the trilogy on 3. We have 7, there's your 7. This is personal growth. So creativity with personal growth. But right now, in order to be creative and to grow, you need to take a time out. Take a time out from someone or something, and you need to step back. Take a breath, get a perspective, on what's going on, and see if you can't get a new something on that. Okay, and then we have manifestation. So again, with following your dreams, there's your 8. It's saying you definitely, see, we have manifestation and manifestation. We have an 8. And it's letting you know you have all the tools that you need to make your dreams come true. So apparently it was important that you know all these things. Next, we have music. Somehow for you, music is important in some way, whether it soothes your soul, whether it makes you feel better, whether it calms you. Maybe this is something to do with following your dreams. Only you would know that. Not a psychic, okay? I don't predict the future. I'm an empath. I just can receive and deliver messages. Okay. So there's your 3. So creativity, communication, collaboration, and there's your 2. There's your 2, patience. So creativity with patience, music. Maybe music is following your dreams. I wouldn't know. Okay, so 4. There's our 4, 3 and 1, is perseverance. Perseverance. Okay. So you really have to hold in there and just keep putting in that effort and keep working towards those goals. Next, we have domestic harmony. We have perseverance. There's the 4, perseverance. And we have love. Excuse me. And there's our 6 right here. So there's our perseverance with love, domestic harmony. So whenever I get the domestic harmony card, I'm like, okay, what's going on? There's been some strife between either friend, love, or family. So I have a feeling that this has something to do with this. So I don't know if the timeout is referring to this or not, but you do. You do, Aquarius. Okay. Well, let me just finish this card. So then we have communication. So we have a star seed number, 3 and 3. So we have creativity, collaboration, communication on that 3. That's the trilogy. So we have 3 over here and 1. So this is representing effort. So now we have 33. Now let me tell you about 33. 33 is a master number. Okay, and starseed. This means like the master teacher. To be a master teacher, you have to not only teach, but you have to learn. So what that means is you can't always be telling everybody else what's up. Sometimes you need to be quiet and listen to everybody else and learn from what they have to offer and what's going on. So listening and so speaking and listening, teaching and learning. 33 is the master teacher. So communication. Communication's the key to anything. You could be the smartest person in the whole world. If you can't communicate that with others, you're kind of sunk in the water. All right, so I had to let you know all of that. So for this reading, I'm going to be using the Arc, Animal, Tarot, and Oracle by Bernadette King, art by Heidi Sutherland. It's a new deck I've been using. I'm obsessed with. Love, love, love. Comes in this stunning box, and I can't get enough of it. There are your cards. Beautiful. Stunning. This is your Oracle deck that comes with it. I love when they are together because then they completely vibe the way decks should, where they really work well together and give you a really strong, direct message. So I am really grateful to have this deck. Okay, I'm going to move this down so you can see me get my shuffle in here. I always like to shuffle on camera so people can see this isn't a setup. I didn't place or choose the cards. They are what they are. I just did a reading for Capricorn, and in the reading, the Capricorn card popped up, the goat. And I was like, oh, well, there you are, Capricorn. There you are. Speaking of which, Aquarius, I forgot what your sign is. Okay, this is how I pull my cards. I literally let Jesus take the wheel. Do you see how these cards are popped up? Do you see that? Those are the cards that I pull, because those are the cards that the deck is telling me that I need to pull. In case anyone watching is wondering, what the heck is she doing? Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally letting the cards tell me what to do, in lieu of me telling the cards what to do. Oh, that one doesn't want to go away, does it? Okay. Listen, it's just my way. Everyone has their own way. No one's is right or wrong. It is what it is, and it works for, the person. And this is just the way I do it, because I feel like it's less about me and more about you. And that's all. That's my reasoning. So, all right, let's get started. The White Peacock. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, we are starting off strong. So 9 represents coming to an end. It also represents security, achievements, kind of feeling good about where you're at, confident in a sense about things. Pentacles represents domestic. So when I say domestic, it represents home, finance, that type of thing. So it could be money, job, and home, family. So domestic. You did get this card, domestic harmony. So there's your domestic. Oh, and you know what? Also, just say this. So with domestic, you have 10. And you also have karma. Okay? That just hit me for some reason. 9 of Pentacles, heaven on earth, independence, expansive thinking. Now, Aquarius, here's the thing about you. You know for a fact, you, like most Aquarius are, Uranus is genius. I know. Genius. Air. Air is swords, thoughts, our minds. And I'm just going to go back real quick and look at what Aquarius, the water bearer. The water bearer. Okay, so if Temperance comes in here, or the Star, then that's going to be you for sure. So let's keep an eye on that and see if that pops up. Next, we have the Fly. Winning at all costs, pride before the fall. Five of Swords. So we have 5. There's our 5. There's our change. There's our 5. And then we had that 5 over here. 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords in tarot usually represents kind of being a sore loser, you know, selfish winner kind of a thing. Could also represent putting people off a bit. So if you're winning at all costs, are you really winning anything at all? If you're hurting others, you know? So is this you or is this them? So our thoughts need to change, or their thoughts need to change. Who's the asshole, right? Someone's thinking needs to change. Ooh, okay. Got the snake. Got the snake in the grass. Shocking change. There's our change. Shocking change. Transformation. But it's liberating. Okay. The snake represents the tower. The tower, you know, if the tower is on fire and people are falling to the ground and it's cracking it in half and tumbling to the ground, here's the thing. Yes, it seems terrible and awful and horrible, but then, you know what? Something bigger and better can be built in its place. So sometimes that has to happen in order to shake us up enough to make a change. Does that make sense to you? Shocking change, transformation, but it's liberating. Basically, it's just meaning it's your karma. It's what's meant to be. It has to happen for domestic harmony, for self-love, you know, for your dreams. You know, it's unfortunate, but it has to happen. The Monterey, Temperance. What did I say? What did I say, Aquarius? I just literally said to you, if Temperance or the Star pops up, there you are. There you are, Aquarius. There you are. Say hi. So cute. Divine energy, perfect harmony, miracles. Okay, genius? Okay, Aquarius, you know how you are. It takes you a long time to get to the point of love, but when you're there, you are there. Okay, you are in it to win it. Okay, but you know also you're like this super smart intellectual person, but in social situations and sometimes in life, you could be stupid. You just, you know, you do and say stupid things because you're super, super smart, but at the same time, you could be really dumb about things. So, you know, you can come across as cold to people, but you're not cold. You come across that way. So it's hard for people sometimes with you. And you know this. You know you're awkward in social settings in a sense. And you know everyone kind of irritates you because they seem, you know, in a sense like, oh, God, they're so stupid. I can't deal with the ignorance. Oh, God, why are people so dumb? You know, because you're just, you know, in an intellectual sense, maybe a step above a lot of the times. But instead of judging, remember that other people also have attributes way better than you, so it all balances out. So you don't want people to point out your stuff, but you're kind of sometimes too pointy. You know, when you're pointing at somebody, hey, you're doing this, and you're doing this, and you're doing this. Look at these. Look at these little guys. What are they doing? They are pointing right back at you. Everything you point out about somebody else, there's 3 things that we pointed right back at you. So, careful when you pull that trigger. And by trigger, I mean just pointing a finger. Let's not, you know, be careful when you're pointing a finger. How about that? Okay, so there you are. You showed up in your reading. Tell me I'm not good at what I do. Look at you. Okay. Hey, listen, you're not paying me to do this. I can have fun if I want to. All right. Next, we have Walrus, 8 of Cups. Cups represents love, emotions. And 8, there's your 8. There's your manifestation. Okay? So you had 8, dreams come true, 8, manifestation. So with 8 of Cups, walking away, abandonment. Abandonment, escapism, true seeing. Okay, Aquarius, who walked away? You or them? Who was the asshole? Who did it? Who's responsible? Who needs self-love? Who needs to put in more work? Who's the snake in the grass? Okay? What's happening? What's going on here? Okay, I'm not going to interpret yet, like I said. But you got karma. You've got domestic, in need of domestic harmony. Perseverance is needed. Music. There's your manifestation. We need a timeout. Someone took a timeout. Look, right here. Walked away. Abandonment. Timeout. See? Tell me these cards aren't like, I mean, look at this. I mean, how do people not see what's happening here? I see it so clearly. I don't know. I shouldn't say that about other people because they might be like, I don't know anything about numerology or tarot, so I take that back. But I see it very clearly. Let me just, okay. Communication. Okay, communication is the key. Someone was not communicating well. Following your dreams. So either this wasn't something you should have been following or they shouldn't have been following. So something on somewhere. Okay. Next, we have the Tasmanian Devil. Conflict, competition, hiding from the truth. So there's your 5. Remember we talked about the 5. So here's your 5 over here. Conflict was the word I couldn't think of. Darn it. So we have change, conflict, and chaos. Remember I told you I couldn't think of that word? Hi, word. Thank you, Spirit, because I couldn't remember. Thank you for reminding me what that was, because I couldn't, wasn't in my, my crashed computer brain today. So the Tasmanian Devil, 5 of Wands. 5 being change, 5 of Wands, competition, conflict, hiding from the truths. Now, here's the thing about Tasmanian Devil. Is I believe that when they pick these animals for these cards for a very specific reason. I did animal rescue for 30 years, and I worked with lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, I was volunteered out of Africa, Wildlife Refuge. And here's what I can tell you in the studies and the work that I've done. A Tasmanian Devil will keep to himself, okay? He's not so much the attacker as much as he is the defender. If you piss off a Tasmanian Devil or you corner him like a badger or a Tasmanian Devil, they will go insane. They will fight to the death. There's just no stopping them. They're tenacious, okay? You do not want to mess with these creatures at all. They are small. Think about this as a chihuahua. Anyone who's met a chihuahua, you know what I'm talking about. Those creatures think that they're these big, massive, like, come and get you, you know. They have no idea how small they are. But I have seen where a tiny little dog has chased off a giant bear. How do they do that? Because they act crazy. And nobody wants to mess with crazy. So, Tasmanian Devil. Okay? 5 of Wands. Change. Oh, here come the yawns. Here come the yawns. Pulling all my energy out. Here we go. Tiger. The King of Wands. Loyal. Honorable spirit. Ferocious. Okay, Aquarius. You know loyalty for you is big. It's big. honorable spirit, and ferocious. So remember what we just talked about? So, okay, I'm not going to, again, put my own stuff in it, but I'm getting lots of information right now. So, okay. Yeah, okay. So we're going to move to the next and come back. Stag, the Hierophant, big business, tradition, spirituality. Sometimes tradition, let me just say this, means this is what we've been doing for a very long time, the same way, same way, same way. Listen, sometimes tradition needs to be broken. Sometimes it's not the best thing to be doing, okay? Sometimes traditions are amazing and wonderful and need to continue. Good traditions, yes. Bad traditions, obviously, not so much. Okay. All right. Now, again, before I say anything or put any of my juju on it, I'm going to just go further now. And we are going to bring in, let's move these over. And we are going to bring in Oracle. Oops. Cards are jumping. Okay. Oh, playing hard to get. When they don't, like, really stand out, it makes it a little bit tricky for me to pull them. Especially with my very poor eyesight. Spirit's making me work for it. Oh. Make up your mind. Are we done? Are we done? Okay, now we're done. Okay. No. Okay, this makes me so sad because there's so many heartbreaking stories going on right now with the fires in Australia and what's going on. So I'm not going to go into all that, but just, oh, my heart. Koala. Tribe. Stability. Circumspection. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, when they're talking tribe, we're talking family here, going back to domestic harmony and stability. There's been instability going on. You've got tower, you've got need a time out. Something's been going on, okay? And this is what I've been feeling. And I've been kind of keeping my mouth shut, but